Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gambling on Hockey on the Parlay Network, Canada's sports betting networks. I'm your host, Celine alongside my co-host, Luca Rosano. Okay, Luca, did you place any bets for any of the games that happened last night?
I didn't, Celine. I was all in on the NBA, but I did
Okay.
get to some score watching, and my track record with betting on the NHL, it's got to improve. I mean, I got to get up there with some of these bets. There's been a lot of these crazy underdogs cashing in, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of the underdogs, so I'm looking for some value tonight. A lot, all in all, I'm looking to rebound with my NHL record, and hopefully we can pick some winners tonight.
I kind of rebounded last night. I was 3 for 5 out of all of my bets. I was like, I'll take that. Totally take that. But so starting tonight, okay, let's just dive straight into it. Seattle and Toronto. So after Toronto finally tallied a win last night after it was kind of shaky, but they did end up beating the Columbus Blue Jackets, and now the Buds are looking to keep things going tonight against the Kraken on home ice. So Toronto is favored on the spread at 1.5. So if you're putting money down on this game, what are you taking? And who are you taking?
I hope this isn't the classic Leaf spot where you gain
Mm,
confidence with them. You're thinking this is going to be an easy win, and then they just completely blow it. I'm hoping the Leafs come through. I'm actually going to put my money on the Leafs tonight. I do like the -1.5. You look at Austin Matthews. I mean, what more can you say about him? He's unbelievable, leading the league with 40. He has a chance to get to 50. It's remarkable the type of run he's on. This Leafs offense keeps up with their goals. Mrazek played well, but the storyline for tonight is going
mm,
to be how is Jake Campbell going to look? Jack Campbell going to look?
yeah.
Pardon me. How is he going to follow up that impressive outing from Mrazek? And I mean, this is a guy in Jack Campbell who he has been very poor lately compared to how he started the season. Recently, he's 0-2-1 over his last 4 starts, and he's giving up a brutal 5.15 goals against. That's an 836
Oh,
save percentage. That's not
yeah.
good. That's not going to win you too many hockey games. So that's my one concern in this one. But if you look at Campbell in his previous matchup against the same Kraken team, he actually stopped 23 of 25 shots on February 14th. So I do like the Leafs to bounce back tonight. I think they will win this by at least 2 goals. So give me the Leafs here.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that one. I will put my faith in the Toronto Maple Leafs. Although watching the game last night, how they were up 3-0 and they blew that lead, it's kind of worrisome for lots of us. But I have faith that the Toronto Maple Leafs will pull up the win, especially against the Seattle Kraken. But then again, you got to look at it and remember that the Leafs always tend to blow games against teams that are in the bottom of the league rather than in the top of the league, who you would think they would blow them to. But faith is in Toronto tonight. Hopefully, Jack Campbell is strong and he's ready to take on the Kraken tonight and Kraken tonight. I love my puns here. I love my puns. So the next game, the Florida Panthers against the Pittsburgh Penguins. So 6 goals against Detroit, 6 goals against Buffalo. Will the Panthers get 6 goals against the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight?
I don't think so. I like Pittsburgh in this spot. I don't think Pittsburgh will only cover. I'm taking them +1.5, but this could be a money line spot where I could see the Pens win this game outright. I mean, they have been playing really well lately. I expect them to dominate the first 20 minutes of play, really dictate the tempo throughout. And you look at Sidney Crosby, he is one of the most dangerous players in all of hockey still to this day. And he's been on an incredible run. His last 6 games, he's got a 6 game point streak. And in that span, he has an incredible 4 goals and 4 assists, and he's not showing any signs of slowing down. It's incredible what he continues to do. And Pittsburgh has already beaten the Panthers once on home ice already this season. So I think they're going to be able to take advantage of a Panthers team that could be a little fatigued going into this matchup. So give me the red hot Crosby and the Pens in the spot.
Okay, that's a fair answer, but I'm sticking with the Florida Panthers since, again, I'm still in Florida. I'm taking the
That's some
Panthers
bias
on
right
this one.
there.
Pardon?
There's some bias there because you're in Florida, right?
There,
You have to pick
I
them.
mean, just a little bias here, just a tad. But no, I'm gonna take the Florida Panthers on this one on the spread as well. So Florida, I mean Alexander Barkov last night, 1 goal, 2 assists. He has 52 points, 26 goals, 29 assists, and 10 points in the last 5 games. So the Panthers are on a high here, even with Jonathan Huberdeau and Sergei Bobrovsky every time. I got to say it like that. I'm sorry, folks. And you at least the game against Detroit, excuse me, I'm getting way ahead of myself. 5 different players scored against Detroit and 6 players against Buffalo. So, I mean, there's solid secondary scoring within the Florida Panthers, and there's a lot of depth within this team. So, I'm sticking with the Panthers on this one. Next game, Colorado and New Jersey. So, Colorado is the favorite on the spread at 1.5. Who are you taking? I assume the Colorado, but then again, last time you surprised me and you took the Arizona Coyotes. So, what's it going to be?
And I was right about that, right?
Yeah, I
That was
know.
like
You,
that was the
you were
upset pick
right.
that came in.
Yeah.
They not only covered, they won. But this time I'm gonna be a little bit more conservative. I am gonna ride with the Avs. I'm gonna take the -1.5. This is gonna be an entertaining battle. We got McKinnon taking on Jack Hughes. This is gonna be a fun matchup. And the Avalanche, I mean, it's hard to bet against them right now. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, and they have covered against the Devils in all of those matchups. And this is a Colorado team. They have been favored by many goals all season long, and they
Yeah.
have answered the call. They are an impressive 17-8-2 away from home, so it does not scare me that they are going to be on the road here. Now, the thing is, New Jersey does score a lot of goals. They're averaging around 4 goals of offense lately, so this could be a high scoring affair, but I think the Avs will win by a wide margin here. So I will go with Colorado, hoping there isn't another upset like the last time we're on the show.
I'm going to take Colorado as well on this one. I mean, they have top scoring guys on this team, and they average at least 4 goals a game as well. So it's definitely going to be a high scoring game because even with New Jersey, you have Jack Hughes, who's 17 goals, 24 assists, 41 points, and Jasper Brett, who's been playing really well as well with 19 goals. So it's going to be a high scoring affair, 100%, but I'm going to stick with Colorado on this one. Next game, Dallas and the Nashville Predators. Now, Nashville is back on home ice to start a 3-game homestand, starting with Dallas. So, if you want to bet on this game, Nashville is the favorite here. What are you taking, Dallas or Nashville, Luca?
Yeah, tonight's going to be the 4th and final meeting of the year between these two teams, and this series has been a deadlock. Like both these teams have been
Mhm.
evenly matched throughout the series. Head to head, the Stars have a current 4-game winning streak, and I think that's going to continue here. I really like them in this spot. I know Nashville's coming off an impressive blowout win over the Sharks, but Dallas, they are playing well, and they're going to be looking to finish up this road trip with their 3rd straight win on the road. So I'm gonna go with Dallas here. I think they will make it interesting. I can see this being a 1-score game. So yeah, I'm gonna go Dallas +1.5.
Yep, Dallas +1.5 is the same pick that I was going to take. Usually I stick with the Nashville Predators because they are my team, but we're going to stick with the Dallas Stars tonight. And Nashville. So the last game against the Sharks, it was 8-0. I mean, so they're coming into this game strong. 11 players notched a point that game. But tonight they have to take on Dallas and Jason Robertson, who has 2 consecutive hat tricks. And he's the first player to do that since Alexander Ovechkin back in January of 2020. And Robertson has scored 8 of the 29 goals in his team's last 5 games. So going with that, I'm sticking with the Dallas Stars on this one. The next game, Vegas Golden Knights. So the Flyers look to get back into the swing of things after going 2-8 in their last 10. And they're playing the Vegas Golden Knights. So if you're putting money on this one, who are you taking?
You just said it. 2-8 in their last 10. They're playing the Golden Knights. I expect the Golden Knights to have an impressive showing here. They carry a
Mhm.
road winning record while the Flyers carry a home losing record. And Vegas,
Yeah.
they're averaging 3.16 goals per game, which actually ranks 13th in the NHL. So lay the -1.5. I think they're going to have an easy time with the Flyers here, who are going the other way.
You know what? I'm sticking with luck on this one. I'm going to pick the Philadelphia Flyers. I mean,
Wow.
the
Okay.
Flyers, they did bounce back with a yeah, I know. The Flyers did bounce back with a 4-3 win over the Blackhawks. And tonight, they're going to end their 8-game homestand. And I mean, they've been 2-5, but hopefully they ended on a high note. You know what? I'm not going with stats or anything here. I'm just going off of pure luck. So I'm gonna stick with the Philadelphia Flyers. I mean, if you want to take my pick, if you lose, I'm sorry about that, but just come on, superstition. It's gonna end on luck. Next game. So Detroit is back on home ice after a crappy trip to the Sunshine State. That's who they're playing, or Detroit.
I'm gonna go with Detroit here, -1.5. I think they're gonna find a lot of success. They're gonna score a lot of goals here. I mean, you look at guys they have, Larkin, Bertuzzi. I think this is gonna be a unit that does put up a ton against an Arizona team that they can be fluky. They can come through with the upset win, like we saw last week. But I think in this spot, the Red Wings should also be able to limit the Coyotes offense that is just scoring 2.38 goals per game, which is very low. And the Red Wings are going to be on home ice here. So I think this is going to be a decisive win for them. So I will be laying with the Red Wings again. I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing, but I think this is the most favorites I've ever taken on this show. So we'll keep it up. Hopefully, we do see some one sided games tonight.
I mean, I could see Detroit winning tonight, but you know what? I'm still sticking with luck. I mean, I feel like Arizona can make it three straight wins tonight, especially with Nick Schmaltz. He's been playing really well as well. 7 points against Ottawa, 2 goals, 5 assists. Altogether, he has 6 goals and 8 assists. So, I mean, I'm taking him. And he was out in the beginning of the season with an upper body injury, but he's back, and he has 33 points in 36 games. I don't know. I'm just sticking with Arizona. I mean, I like to take risks sometimes, even though sometimes it's probably not the best thing to do, but we're going to stick with Arizona on this one. So the next game, after a 0-3 loss for the Blues through the Metropolitan New York, they are back on home to welcome the Ottawa Senators. So now this game, St. Louis is the favorite at this at -1.5. Who are you taking? St. Louis, I'm assuming.
Yeah, this is a battle though that's interesting. Both teams are coming in struggling. I mean, St. Louis are gonna have to be holding your breath because they're coming in losing three in a row, so they're gonna be looking to get it back. But the Senators have been worse. They've lost five straight and seven of their last 8 games. They are on a six. They've lost six of their last seven head to head as well against the Blues. And you look at the Blues; they've won five of their last six. Between them and the Senators, and they've won 16 of their last 21 games when playing at home. So I think this is going to be a bounce back spot for the Blues. Ottawa does struggle to score, averaging about 2.58 goals per game, and they've been allowing 3.24 goals per game. So that is a wide enough margin for me to lay 1.5. I think the Blues will get back on track on home ice. So yeah, give me St. Louis.
Yeah, let's keep it safe on this one and pick the St. Louis Blues over the Ottawa Senators. I mean, what Toronto Maple Leafs fan even likes the Ottawa Senators here? So let's not even pick Ottawa on this one. And Ottawa's lost 5 consecutive games. Let's just make it 6 tonight because I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to head. And the St. Louis Blues are going to come up with the win. So I'm taking the favorite St. Louis Blues as well on that one. So the Rangers will go for their fourth in wild territory, while Minnesota stumbles to a 2-8-0, well, 2-0, 2-8. Oh, excuse me, 2-8 record over their past 10. That's a bit odd. So who are you going to take? The Wild on this one or the Rangers on this one?
I'm gonna go with the Rangers. I really like what the Rangers are all about right now, especially with Shesterkin. He's been killing it. He's been a heavy favorite in terms of the Vezina Trophy. I think he's gonna win it, and as long as he's between the pipes, he's always gonna give you a chance to win. Minnesota's defense has been struggling. The Rangers are a very worthy pick here as an underdog. I'm not only gonna take them to cover, but I also like their value as a money line pick. So hopefully the hot goalie play can continue here, and this will be a Rangers victory. But at the very least, I'm hoping it's enough to cover the spread. So I'm going to go Rangers +1.5. Let's see if the Russian netminder can keep it going. I mean, he's been incredible, only allowing 27 goals against in 16 games played. So hard to bet against right now.
I'm going to stick with the safe pick on that. Well, actually, it's not so safe because Minnesota is the favorite here. But I mean, I'm sticking with the New York Rangers on this one at +1.5 as well. I'm right there with you. And New York is coming off three consecutive wins. They've outscored their opponents 12-5. And Chris Kreider, I still got to talk about him because I still can't believe how good of a season this guy is having. He has a career high of 53 points, 1 point away from reaching 400 of his career. And he just notched his 38th goal. So, I mean, with that, I feel like the Rangers are going to pull strong. And I mean, they do have Artemi Panarin as well, and Mika Zibanejad and Adam Fox. So they have solid offensive forwards there. And Minnesota, 2-8 in their 10, that's a bit worrisome for that team. You know what I mean? And their goaltender hasn't been playing as well either. So, and compared to New York, I mean, Igor has been unstoppable. So I'm going to stick with the New York Rangers on this pick as well. Next game, bringing it back to the Sunshine State, offense versus defense. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, the Tampa Bay Lightning against the Winnipeg Jets. Obviously, the Tampa Bay Lightning are the favorite here at -1.5. Are you taking them on the spread, Luca?
Yes, I am. I think this is a mismatch, and they will take advantage of it. Home ice has not been an advantage at all for the Jets. They're 14-11-2, while Tampa has been spectacular on the road, 18-7-2. And the Lightning have also won 5 of their last 7 meetings in Winnipeg. They have owned this series, and this included a big 7-1 victory on
Yeah.
January 17th. The Jets have not been impressive at home, 4-3-1 in their last 8. And yeah, Tampa Bay has won 4 straight games on the road. So you add that all up, I think this is going to be another dominant win by the Lightning. So give me Tampa Bay -1.5 against Winnipeg.
You just said it. Last meeting between Tampa Bay Lightning and the Winnipeg Jets, 7-1. That is a beating that you do not want to have when it comes to the Tampa Bay Lightning. And Tampa Bay, they have two 20+ goal scorers and 8 10+ goal scorers. And they've also outscored their opponents 19-11 on the road recently. So I'm sticking with Tampa Bay. Rather than the Winnipeg Jets, who are clearly having defensive struggles here. So Tampa Bay is my pick as well at -1.5 on the spread. Next game. The Anaheim Ducks start a crucial 5-game road trip in Chicago. Now, Chicago is the favorite on the spread for this game. Who are you taking, Chicago or Anaheim?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Anaheim here, +1.5. I got carried away there. I'm not trusting Chicago in the spot. Fleury has not been consistent this season, and you look at the Blackhawks; they have not been a good home team. They have a brutal 10-15-4 record at home, while Anaheim has been a 500 club on the road. So I think this is gonna be a matchup where the Ducks do enough and they keep this game close. So give me the dog +1.5 with the Ducks.
You know what? I'm taking +1.5 too with the Anaheim Ducks, and it's playoff crunch time. Playoffs are literally right around the corner, and this team is 3 points out of a second wild card spot in the
Yep.
West. And I mean, yes, okay, they're 11-11-5 on away games, but like I said, it's playoff time, and that's when we see underdogs come up strong. That's when we see the big guys fall to the bottom. So I'm sticking with Anaheim on this one. And the last game in the NHL. So it's safe to say that I feel like it will be a high scoring affair between the Washington Capitals and the Calgary Flames. So on this game, Calgary is favored on the spread at -1.5. Who are you taking?
This is my game of the night. This is going to be a lot of fireworks. I agree. Expect a lot of goals. Take the over. I'm going to go with the Capitals here. This is actually one of my favorite plays of the night. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games, but also they have been solid on the road, and that's what I like here. I know Calgary is one of the best home teams in all of the NHL, but the Caps are 16-7-4 on the road, and this is going to be a matchup where I think we are going to see a lot of goals. And I also like the Caps special team unit a lot more than I like Calgary's. And also, we are all keeping an eye out for Ovechkin with the scoring record to watch. So
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be very fun. I like the Caps and I really like their value here. So give me them at +1.5. And I'm also going to be probably taking them on the money line. I like them that much. I'm going to go all out with this pick.
Oh, okay, then you do you, Luca. You do you. I'm sticking with the Calgary Flames on this one, and it's going to be a really high scoring affair. I mean, Washington's last game against Seattle, it was 5-2 victory, and they've converted 5 of 25 shots, and they were 2 for 2 on the power play. Calgary's last game versus Colorado, they've converted 4 of 37 shots, and they were 1.5 on the power play as well. And they did end up pulling out the win against Edmonton Oilers last night. So in Washington, 6 players are 10 plus goals, have 10 plus goals. I'm like getting way ahead of myself on this one. And Calgary has 4 players with 20 plus goals scored. So this is going to be a very high scoring affair, but I am sticking with the Calgary Flames on this one, and I'm taking them on the spread. Probably not on the money line though. I mean, I could, but I like to save my money sometimes. So I'm not that risky with everything. But that's our picks for the night tonight. So thank you all for listening on the Gambling on Hockey podcast on the Parlay Network, Canada's sports betting network. I'm your host, Celine Chamarki, alongside my co-host, Luca Rosano. Hopefully you guys score money tonight and win big. I mean, if you listen to our bets, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.